How's it going, everyone? It's Sam. Michael Saylor is about to buy a significant amount of Bitcoin. Maybe he's already starting. We know that he's going to smash by about $750 million in about the next 24 hours. And I want to talk about that along with some of the big things that are happening soon and how Bitcoin is changing. Bitcoin is changing in a lot of people's minds. I was celebrating Father's Day here today, and both houses where I went, of course they know what I do, but we talked about crypto in both of them, and I don't think I brought up crypto in either. So things are changing, and I kind of want to give you my thoughts on that and how Bitcoin may be the next real estate. Bitcoin might be the next stock market in a lot of people's minds in terms of generating wealth. If you don't mind though, before we get started, hit subscribe. Turn on the bell notification underneath the video. While you're down there, there are going to be a couple links to different trading platforms. One's Margex, where you can trade cryptocurrency using leverage. Of course, always make sure you read the terms and conditions. And there's also a link down there to CoinW as well. We have about 20 days of a massive airdrop where you can get a bunch of jungle tokens. This is a meme coin. If you just use the link underneath and hit join now, you'll be able to sign up and you can get a lot of tokens. 2 million tokens right now. They're worth this amount. So we're talking a couple $1,000s worth of tokens at the upside or on the higher end. But this is only a $7 million market cap right now. They apparently have some connections with CoinW, which is why they chose jungle. But yeah, definitely get your hands on some free tokens while you can. I think it only makes sense to get your hands on the free stuff. So let's start with this. MicroStrategy announces a proposed $500 million senior convertible note. This is going to close tomorrow. It was upsized to $700 million. They'll probably use some free cash flow too, which it's just so interesting. It's so interesting because what other asset do you know that it's so telegraphed that someone's going to buy $1 billion worth of it? And you know the exact time that they're going to buy it. I mean, it's not like Warren Buffett's going out there and saying, I'm going to go buy Apple stock tomorrow and I'm buying $5 billion worth. No, you don't know until after the fact with a lot of assets, but MicroStrategy announces this all the time. And, depending on how you play it, you could get into something like this. You could say, okay, well, on Friday, we know that Bitcoin's at 65. We know Michael Saylor is going to be buying. So maybe we'll trade up over the weekend. And then what do you know? It moves up another $1,500. It's just interesting because there's nothing else like this. And in the next 24 hours, this will close. MicroStrategy will be $1 billion more, holding up almost $1 billion more in Bitcoin. And it surprises no one. But in a couple of years, people are going to say that this was a genius move. And yet there's so many other companies that could do the same thing. It's just so fascinating. And this is going to continue to happen. We also know M2 is going to explode at some point too. The money supply in general has been negative. And that has hurt risk assets. Yet Bitcoin has still done really well over the last year and a half. This is not going to be the case forever. We're not in the crazy times yet. Sure, Bitcoin's moved up a good amount, but this is not some massive blow off top or anything. We've been trending sideways for 3.5 months. And it seems like Bitcoin's gearing up still. It's still gearing up. We also know that a lot of the presidential candidates are going to be talking about Bitcoin. They're going to be talking in front of millions of people talking about Bitcoin, being pro-Bitcoin. Biden's not going to be anti-crypto anymore. We know Trump is very pro-crypto. We know other presidential candidates are on the right side as well, the correct side of the crypto regime. They're all pro-crypto because there's no point in being anti-crypto. No one's losing billions of dollars on exchanges that are blowing up. People are only making money. So if you say you're going to take away the thing that's making them money, they're going to be pissed off. So some people have changed. Like even Joe Biden has changed his stance, or it seems like he's changing his stance on crypto. There are going to be political meme coins too. This is going to be fun to watch. FJB still sitting right around a $3 million market cap. Like coins like this, whether you like politics or not, these things are going to go crazy because there's so much attention on politics right now. Even if you're just trying to make money, I think people are going to make money on meme coins like this. Now, always do your own research. I'm not telling you to buy anything. But things are just changing in general. Like I said, went to my parents' house, my in-laws' house, and Bitcoin and crypto got brought up in both. People had been talking with other people about crypto and wanted to know my thoughts on it. There's just a lot more talk about crypto, and I still hear some people say, oh, it sounds like a scam still. It was a scam. Crypto's a scam. I'm like, okay, but crypto's different than Bitcoin, right? There are scammers in crypto, but Bitcoin is more decentralized than any other asset in the world, okay? It also is fair. Right? The price fluctuation is a thing that some people don't like, but that is how you get returns, right? This actually is provably more fair than just about everything else in our world, right? It doesn't matter your skin color. It doesn't matter your education. All that matters is that you convert some of your fiat into this, and then you're treated the same across the board, and no one controls it. And it will be interesting too, because I do think a lot of people will make money in Bitcoin. And right now, previous generations have made money from real estate, from stocks. Sure. They always, a lot of generations will say you have to invest in the stock market. You have to invest in real estate. We're saying you need to have some Bitcoin. We're already doing that, right? A lot of us are saying you really should have some Bitcoin moving forward. And eventually it'll get to the point where it's too expensive, just like real estate. It'll be something where people feel like it's just too expensive to buy. You can't even afford Bitcoin anymore. Now, the difference is one Bitcoin can be split up into 100 million pieces. So even if Bitcoin's at, let's say, $10 million, well, you can still buy 1/100th of a million Bitcoin for 10 cents. And at that point, the fiat will probably be worth a lot less, but it will feel like it's insurmountable. Like you'll never be able to hit one Bitcoin. It will be interesting. Some people think that they'll never buy like their dream home. They're never going to be able to buy homes at all. They're going to have to rent the rest of their life. So it'll just be one more thing that people feel like they can't afford because they missed the boat. The key is you have to do research on it. I was talking to someone that's young today, and they still felt like crypto and Bitcoin was a scam. And you just need to understand it. And other people were asking, does it make sense for young people to invest in it? I said, I think it will do really well, but they have to read, they have to research, they have to watch videos, they have to understand it, because otherwise when it goes down, because it's going to go down at some point, they're going to panic sell. That's the worst time to do it. Everyone feels like they are very smart. Everyone feels like they're going to buy when something dips, but you have to remember there are emotions, and there's a lot of time when things dip, as you probably know. I'm preaching to the choir here. A bear market can last a long time, and a lot of us, our conviction shakes. Even if we're still buying, our conviction shakes a bit. That's because there are a lot of people that continue to say, hey, Bitcoin's trash. It's only $16,000. It's only $20,000. And it can make you think that's maybe going to go lower. Even if you're not wavering in what you think about the crypto or the stock, you might think, oh, I could buy it for a little bit cheaper in a month or two. So you have to have those plans ready. You have to understand what you're doing. So if you're getting people on Father's Day 2 asking you about Bitcoin, it's probably a little bit late for me to say this now, but yeah, just make sure they understand it. I don't try to push Bitcoin on anyone anymore. I just say, I think it's going to do really well, but you have to decide for yourself. So let me know your thoughts on all this underneath the video. Let me know kind of a macro video about Bitcoin here today, just some of the big stuff that's happening here soon. But let me know your thoughts. We do have the first debate in less than 2 weeks. It should be really fun to watch. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Again, there are links underneath the video. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.